Good morning, everyone. Please remain standing as we gather for prayer. As we gather this morning, we take a moment to center ourselves in gratitude. Gratitude for each other and the community we've created. Gratitude to our faculty and staff who helped us each step of the way. Gratitude for families who supported us and made this day possible. And gratitude for who we have been and to who we are becoming. For our minds and bodies that carried us along to sit here today, together, to mark this stage of our journey. As we look past today, we look forward to the next steps, so full of promise. In gratitude for all we have inherited, let us now contribute to a world that is more humane, more just, and more beautiful. In that spirit, may we be inspired by the words of this poem, Inheritance, by Alexandra Huon, the Sacramento Youth Poet Laureate. Even as I untether myself from this built world, I know I exist. The battles continue where my feet stand. I need no pictures to prove it. The celebrations live inside my bloodline. I need no ribbon to prove it. I am already a triumph. Every day I breathe. And years from now, when I become ancestor, I will tell them all about the courage of distance, how we learned to hold space instead of hands. I will tell them about the color of courage, how loss echoed through an entire generation and the children became teachers. That learned love is not defined by age. I will tell them of this land we ripped from a people we can never repay, but we will try and try. I will tell them about the way a footstep can be felt on the other side of the planet. So mind your soul, move only in truth. You have inherited this silence, now make it sing. Thank you.
You may be seated. We did it. We are here. It is amazing to see all of you. I am honored to welcome the members of the class of 2020, your parents, your grandparents, your siblings. All of your family and friends who are here. Welcome to the commencement of Centre College. I would like to now declare these exercises in our 202nd year of the college officially opened. It has been an especially difficult 15 months for many of us, and I'm very grateful that we can end this historic year with an in-person ceremony that recognizes the incredible achievements of this very special class of Centre graduates. From our incredible college have come leaders in government, in foundations, law, medicine, education, the arts, sciences, and business. While we've grown far beyond the nascent institution founded right here over 200 years ago in Danville, we've never grown beyond an intensely personal type of teaching and learning that encourages our students to reach for extraordinary levels of accomplishment and purposeful lives of continual curiosity and discovery. It's a tribute to you, this great class of 2020, that in every way we can measure, Centre continues to excel. Our students, faculty, and staff, and our devoted alumni are recognized nationally and around the world with the highest of distinctions. Thanks to this Centre community, it is really wonderful for Centre to be recognized as one of the nation's best liberal arts institutions and as the Commonwealth's most prestigious institution. As we celebrate this commencement today with you, one of our largest graduating classes in the history of the college, we take pride in your many accomplishments. You give us high confidence that Centre will remain a world frontrunner in producing thought leaders and change agents for our world. You have the toolkit to make a difference, and you already are. Make a difference for good in our world. We fully expect you to do just that. Commencement is truly one of the special days for all of us who are privileged and honored to work here, who spend our time and energy here with you. We, the faculty and staff, are pleased to celebrate with you, the class of 2020, and we count it a blessing to be able to be part of your lives and future ventures. I'd like to take a moment to welcome and thank a few special people who are with us today, and for those who have helped plan and produce this incredible ceremony this weekend. I want to thank our professors who have served as faculty marshals this year, Amos Tubb, Jenny Ballard, and Jeff Feeberg. Thank you for helping organize these events. I'm grateful to all of the members of the center staff who've helped plan and implement this today, especially during a world pandemic. I want to mention particularly Megan Milby, Yvonne Morley, Tabitha Key, and Kelly Neshy. I'd also like to thank Dr. Zachary Klobnak, our college organist and instructor of music, for his contributions. In addition, I'd like to recognize a former center student who's come back to participate, class of 2014, Sarah Parker Harmon, also on the musical team. Thank you also to our interpreters, Anna Beard and Renee Chappell, who facilitate for our hearing impaired audience. And now I am pleased to recognize John and Susie Rausch, who are here with us, and want to make a special welcome to them. Very happy that the Rausch family is here as well, and welcome to Danville. Thank you for being with us this morning. I also want to recognize our class of 2020 parent committee chairs, Scott and Barbie Dickens. Thank you for your terrific work on behalf of the college. And finally, I want to recognize a member of the faculty who retired with this class after an outstanding 13-year career as a teacher and scholar at Centre College. Congratulations to Dr. Mike Fabritius, Professor of Economics. Mike, please stand and be recognized. We will now proceed to the conferral of honorary degrees. I would like to ask Susie Miller-Rausch, Crit Llewellyn, and Jim Seabury to step forward.
President Moreland, it is my pleasure to present Susan Lee Miller-Rausch for an honorary degree. During her 22 years here, Susie Rausch poured her heart into the role of Center's First Lady. She became an indispensable part of the Center community. Susie loved the students, and she loved this campus. One of her true passions was for the beautiful trees here at the college, which was named a Tree Campus USA for 10 years in a row by the National Arbor Day Foundation. A $500,000 grant gift was made in her honor to endow the care and maintenance of the Center campus forest in perpetuity. In civic leadership locally, Susie continues to serve on the Ephraim McDowell Health Board of Directors and has served on several other boards, including the Ephraim McDowell Healthcare Foundation as chair, Pioneer Playhouse, Heart of Danville Main Street program, and the 3rd Street Development Corporation, which brought the Center bookstore and the Hub coffee shop to the corner of Main and 3rd Streets. In Louisville, Susie served on the board of the Kentucky Museum of Art and Craft. A woman of many talents, not all of which we were aware of, Susie is an accomplished photographer who also earned a pilot's license while working at Miami University. and a story that exemplifies her warmth and empathy. Without the intervention of Miss Susie, as the students often called her, the popular swing in front of Old Center might never have become the now 17-year-old tradition. After John Capps, class of '05, hung up the original swing late one night, it was taken down almost immediately. He and a friend went to Craik House to plead their case. Mrs. Rausch listened to us with all the consideration of a concerned mother, Capps recalled recently. We practically skipped back to campus, knowing that Susie Rausch had our backs, and she did. Mom said it was okay. Soon thereafter, the college bought the rope to rehang the swing, and P. Rausch made the seat. A native of Dover, Ohio, Susie Rausch has a bachelor's degree from Ohio University and a master's degree from Miami University. Prior to marriage and children, she was a high school teacher and coach, and later a college financial aid counselor. She is most proud of her family, her husband, their 2 sons and daughters-in-law, and 6 grandchildren, all of whom who are here today. I have always considered them to be my most important work, she says. President Moreland, I am delighted and honored to present Susan Lee Miller Rausch for the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters.
Susan, Susan Lee Miller Rausch, since the day you arrived at Centre College more than 2 decades ago, you have been Centre's most enthusiastic cheerleader. Your genuine concern and love have touched and improved the lives of more people than you can possibly know. Your idealistic and creative spirit and your tireless commitment to make our campus ever more beautiful have immeasurably enhanced this college. I am hereby pleased to confer upon you, by the authority of the Centre College Board of Trustees, the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, with all the honors, rights, privileges thereto appertaining, and I would like to present you with this diploma. Congratulations. And I invite you to make some remarks for us. Welcome.
Before I start my remarks, I just have to do one thing. I have to just name our family. We have our sons, Luke and Mark, and their wives, Brooke and Natalie, and our 6 grandkids, Sam and Molly and Annie and Tristan and Millieanne and little Bo. So I had to say their names. Thank you. Good morning, Board of Trustees, President and Mrs. Moreland, faculty, staff, family, friends, and the great class of 2020. Thank you for this incredible honor. I am deeply humbled, beyond thrilled, and so very grateful. Not in a million years would I have ever imagined receiving an honorary degree from Centre College. And I certainly did not earn it like the 352 students of the class of 2020. That said, now that I have it, all the horses in this great state of Kentucky cannot pull it away from me. I will cherish it. Class of 2020, we made it. Welcome home. Yes. 15 months ago, at the senior desserts, And then in several homespun videos that followed, P. Rausch and I made a promise to you that sometime at a later date, we would have a commencement ceremony, even if we had to find a field in which to do it. Well, we got the field. Thank you. Thank you, President Moreland, and my friend Dina Moreland, for following through on our promise. Thank you so much. I want to thank the faculty and the staff and administration for all that they have done, are doing, and will continue to do. John Rausch always said that Center has a championship team, simply the best. No one person is more important than the next. Everyone just plays their position to the best of their ability. We've shared a lot over these 23 years, highs and lows, victories and defeats, laughter and tears. It's what makes our college a family. We are forever indebted. Thank you, and thank you. We will never forget you. Class of 2020, last spring, when you were exiled to remote learning, P. Rausch and I missed you terribly, and all of the things that you do. Well, most of the things that you did. We are so happy to see you back. As John often says, you students are why we do what we do. Know that you are loved, have been since we welcomed you at the freshman picnic nearly 5 years ago now. That was a special night. It always is for us too. We felt a responsibility to support and encourage each of you, alongside your center siblings. This was your home, away from home, and you were our center family. As in most families, probably no one got all that they desired, but it is our hope and prayer that all received what they needed and more in preparation for the next stage and beyond. Thank you, class. Thank you, class of 2020, for the joy you have brought to us as we watched your center college journey unfold. Your lives have already blessed us more than you will ever know. The great poet Maya Angelou said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, and people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." How true it is. And thank you for so often making us feel loved 1,000 times over. Keeping these words in mind and going forward, remember to be humble and kind. Be gracious and grateful for what others have afforded. Be patient, ask for forgiveness, be forgiving. None of us decided at which address we would be born. Do your research, tell the truth, and be accountable. Set social media aside, take out the earbuds, turn off the TV, and share with each other. Look for the good. Make things better. Every person who has passed through Center's gates has benefited from the kindness and generosity of those who have gone before. Countless alumni and friends have paused to turn and build bridges so that others may be afforded the richness of a Center College education. It's Center's circle of life. As a young girl, my father often spoke of the importance of planting trees for the next generation so that they might benefit from their beauty and shade. Class of 2020, do not deny yourself the joy of building bridges and planting trees for those who follow after. P. Rausch and I will be watching and, of course, cheering. Thank you for the memories. We will always think of you as our graduating class. It just took us 5.5 times longer to get through. We were on the 22-year plan. Remember always that you are loved, come back often, and stay in touch. Thank you again, Center College, for honoring me with this great degree. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. Thank you for leading by example. I would now like to ask John Rausch, Milton Riegelman, and Jim Seabury to step forward for the conferral of the honorary degree.
President Moreland, great pleasure that I present John Allen Rausch for an honorary degree. John's first official day as 20th President of Center was July 1, 1998, his 48th birthday. It was a propitious day. In the ensuing 22 years, the college's trajectory was decidedly up. Faculty members increased by 50%. He added new professorships and instituted the Center Scholars Program to recognize faculty excellence. Standardized test scores, one measure of student talent, climbed even as enrollment increased by almost 40%. Minority and international students increased more than 7-fold. African American enrollment increased 3-fold. 5 premier scholarships were added during his tenure: Bonner Scholars, Brown Fellows, Grissom Scholars, Lincoln Scholars, and Posse Scholars. The campus grew by 10 new or substantially renovated buildings with new additions, as well as the entire South Field athletic complex. The endowment more than doubled, helped by 2 successful capital campaigns. One of his first major suggestions was that Center host a 2000 general election debate. At the time, the smallest school in the smallest town to hold one. The result, the vice presidential debate between Senator Joe Lieberman and Dick Cheney, was such a success that Center hosted a second vice presidential debate in 2012. Legions of students knew him as a regular in the Buck Fitness Center in Sutcliffe and affectionately referred to him as P. Rausch. Even years after graduating, most, if not all, can still recite his encouraging mantra: do your best, be your best, no regrets. A summa cum laude English major and 3-time academic All-American football player at Ohio University, he then earned a master's degree and PhD at Miami University in Ohio. His career included coaching football and service as executive assistant to the president of Miami. He then spent 18 years at the University of Richmond in Virginia, finishing his work there as vice president for planning and secretary of the board. He retired in June 2020 as Center President Emeritus. Most recently, he had, as he says, quote, the privilege of coaching the running backs of the Center football team during its 2021 winter season. I am now pleased to present John Allen Rausch for the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters.
John Allen Rausch, collegial leader, accomplished educator, eternal optimist. Center College today honors your energy, your integrity, and your unwavering commitment. to provide the best living and learning environment for our students and faculty. With imagination and vision, you led the college to a place of true distinction and prominence. 2 vice presidential debates you brought to the campus dramatically increased our national and international profile. I am hereby pleased to confer upon you, by the authority of the Centre College Board of Trustees, the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, with all of the honors, rights, and privileges thereto appertaining. I would like to present you now with this diploma and ask you to make some remarks to this fine class.
Courageous graduates of 2020, members of the college's Board of Trustees, President and Dean Moreland, faculty and staff, family and friends, to include our own family. I am humbled and honored to have been invited to speak on this day. As Susie reminded you, we promised you a touch more than a year ago that we would have a graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. What a day is that day. You 2020 graduates are the stars on this last Sunday in May. For all those who are able to be with us in person and virtual, this is that long-awaited opportunity to shout from the rooftops, we are here. We are together. No force, not even the force of a worldwide pandemic, was able to keep us from coming together on this 30th day of May to celebrate the accomplishments of you 2020 graduates. Susie and I are humbled to be honorary members of this class, but we are window dressing. You graduates are the stars, and we salute you. For the record, Susie and I and all those gathered here today who are not graduates are so very proud. All of us, no doubt, would wish that the pandemic had never occurred and that no individuals or families would have had to deal with the pain and loss associated with COVID-19. That said, I believe that this moment in time, this moment when you and countless others were asked to prepare for an uncertain future, will give your life special meaning, motivate you to go and do more, to be more, to truly lead the life you have imagined. We will remember you forever as the ones whose senior year was disrupted in ways unimaginable. In your case, you did not choose the road less traveled. As Robert Frost suggested in his famous poem, no, you graduates were required to travel it, and you chose to push through this challenging time. Finding yourself on the road less traveled, you persisted. You lived courageously. You made lemonade out of lemons. You claimed victory over defeat. You embraced the chance to overcome. And this choice, over the course of your life, again borrowing from Frost, will have made all the difference. Years from now, you will come together across America and around the world, and you will greet each other in ways that others won't notice or understand. But you will, because you 2020 graduates chose to finish the race you had started. Today's address serves as a bookend of sorts for me, inasmuch as I spoke to the Center community for the first time at commencement in May of 1998, the year that many of you were born. How wonderful that I have this chance. And so I am pledged to do my best to provide an address that will honor you, inspire you, challenge you, and perhaps cause you to laugh and cry. But mostly to salute you young people as ones of immense promise, ones who didn't select, but were asked to navigate the road less traveled. Dreams. Center College has long been about the business of helping students discover and pursue their dreams. As a student of the future, albeit an amateur, I can promise you that if we took the rest of this day, split into small groups, and sought to answer the question, what is the wildest dream you could imagine happening in the next 25 years? All of our groups would aim too low. We would underestimate, understate, underdream. I know this to be true because it has been true over every generation. Creativity, something we prize at Center, is born of dreams. Your professors and others involved in your life here at Center are counting on you to dream very large and to hold fast to your dreams. You will encounter cynicism. Do not let it steal away from your commitment to doing your best. You will engage with people who are willing to accept less than their best. Don't let them discourage you from being your best. Some people will be prepared to finish the day with regret. Not you. No regrets. The progress of our towns and cities, our states and nations, indeed our world, depends on people having the vision and the courage to make their dreams come true. You have been equipped to make a difference for good, and we are counting on you. A week ago, Center 2021 commencement speaker and my colleague and good friend, Dr. Andrea Abrams, recited a poem by Langston Hughes, a poem I had studied in college and had included in my own 1998 commencement address 23 years ago. I share it again today and note that Mr. Hughes, an African-American scholar writing in the mid-20th century, had the wisdom and courage to write, "Hold fast to your dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow." Hold fast to your dreams. My dreams, placed squarely on your shoulders, include a belief that the most remarkable inventions will be created in this millennium as we emerge from this pandemic. That the best ideas for buildings and airplanes and medical cures are tucked neatly in the recesses of younger minds, your minds. That the most powerful music is yet to be composed, the best literature still a work in progress, the very best doctors, economists, scientists, artists, teachers, athletes, leaders are just now moving into their lives of work and service, your lives. Courage. Maya Angelou stated, quote, "Courage is the most important of the virtues because without it, no other virtue can be practiced consistently." Emerson wrote, quote, "A hero is no braver than an ordinary man or woman, but he or she is braver 5 minutes longer." And finally, from Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, my favorite book and one of my 2 favorite movies of all time, Atticus Finch reminded us, quote, "Real courage is when you know you're licked before you begin. But you begin anyway, and you see it through, no matter what." Center College has long been about the business of preparing its students for courageous living. And you know, there is no attribute I find more inspiring than courage. Courage for me is not necessarily about headlines or the front page news variety for doing something heroic. No, I'm talking about the everyday, it's a part of my life courage that manifests itself in the way one treats other people, decisions one makes each and every morning, noon, and night. It takes courage to include those who may not agree with you or treat you right. And you must be brave if you are going to make good decisions about how you conduct your personal and professional life. I have to admit that this sort of everyday courage may not make you feel heroic, and it probably won't make you rich or famous, but you will sleep better. People who live courageous lives find their greatest joy in life's simpler pleasures. They understand that true joy comes from making a difference for good in other people's lives, contributing to the common good, if you will. When I think of courage, I think of people, not acts of bravery or valor. I'm reminded of great men and women like Abraham Lincoln, Mahatma Gandhi, Helen Keller, Martin Luther King Jr., Mother Teresa. I'm reminded also of folks unknown to you whose names may never grace the pages of our history books. These people were my teachers, my coaches, my parents, my friends. Susie, they taught me firsthand about courageous living. Each of you have encountered such people in your young lives. Make them your models for everyday courage, and be sure to thank them for this gift. Describing courage often gets reduced to some simple sentences, and this is not a bad thing. One I like best is do the right thing. Pretty basic advice, sounds easy, but to consistently do the right thing will take an immense amount of courage. To be a person of courage is a goal each of us can set and achieve, and all of us should hope and pray that we would be remembered by friend and foe alike as a person of courage, one who had the courage to be honest, steadfast, devoted, kind, principled, forgiving, and committed fully to doing the right thing. I promise you that within the hour, some of us will be faced with the choice of doing the right thing or just going with the flow, or choosing to be quiet even when you know that misinformation is being paraded as truth. The challenge to do the right thing will happen right outside these gates. It will be your choice, my choice, and we must summon the courage to make the right choice and to do the right thing. Hope. Center College has long been about the business of instilling hope into the lives of its students. You students have come to know me as an unabashed optimist, a person of boundless hope. My mom told me I was always this way. My cup was always half full. The game, no matter how lopsided the score, wasn't over till the last whistle blew. And the people I met seemed friendly. So, of course, I liked them. Indeed, I've been accused of being too hopeful, too optimistic, perhaps. But the root of my hope grows from two basic commitments. One, a matter of personal faith, and two, my own abiding view that we, particularly at this moment in time, are up to the task of making this nation and our world a better place. Men and women of dreams and courage and hope have moved the world forward in remarkable ways over the centuries. Some among us would suggest that these times are different, that our nation and our world have never faced such a moment. With respect, and inviting these same people to read their history, I beg to differ. Tough times, yes. But the worst humanity has experienced? Decidedly not. Some have chosen to feature hate and division over love and inclusion. Not me. Not us. Not Center. This is not to suggest we do not have serious problems facing our nation and our world, but I remain hopeful about you, tomorrow's citizen leaders. I do not accept the forecast that America and other countries that value freedom are trapped in a downward spiral that ends badly. Not me, not us, not Center. And for the record, hope for me is not a childlike view that everything will get better if we just wait long enough. No, my hope, my optimism is rooted in the strong conviction that people of dreams, people of courage, people of hope banded together in spite of our differences, can make things better. America's cities are retrievable. America's youth have not given up, and we must not give up on them, on you. Crime, meanness, racism, exclusion, and terror will not win. Even so, you may say, life isn't easy. There are dark days, P. Rausch. Bad things happen to good people. The world continues to be filled with death, heartache, hunger, homelessness, and war. This is most certainly true, and you should know that I too struggle with the hurt, the pain, and the injustice that is part of our world. It can be hard to be a person of dreams, a person of courage, a person of hope. Life will challenge you. So what is the most important thing you can take away from Center? Know you have been equipped to meet such challenges. You do. You must. I move toward my close with a story involving a young child, not unusual for me. A little boy at Christmas time had spent weeks at a nursery school preparing his special gift for his family. This would be the gift under the tree that he had made, that he had given. Well, on the last day of school, before the holiday, and in the rush of putting on his coat, grabbing his special gift in its brown paper bag, replete with ribbon, and running down the hallway to meet his parents, the unthinkable happened. He tripped and fell, and his wonderful gift flew through the air and landed on the floor with a loud ceramic crash. He sat stunned for a moment and then burst into tears. The first person to reach him leaned over and told the little boy, "Don't worry about that. It's not important. Don't cry about it." But just then, his mother, much wiser in such matters, arrived at his side. She kneeled down with him, held him, cried with him a bit. Then she reached over, picked up the broken gift, looked deeply into her son's eyes and said, "Son, let's go home and see what we can make of what's left." Let me suggest that people of dreams, like you 2020 graduates of Center College, are called to be the kind of folks who say and will say with your words and your deeds, "Let's see what we can make of what's left." People of courage, like you 2020 graduates of Center College, must say and will say with your words and deeds, "Let's see what we can make of what's left." People of hope, like you 2020 graduates of Center College, must and will say with your words and deeds, "Let's see what we can make of what's left." The road less traveled. You 2020 graduates found yourself on that road and you chose dreams. And I remind you that dreams are best admired when they are wrapped in modesty. You chose courage, and courage of the greatest type is rooted in kindness. You chose hope, and hope motivates best when it's connected to one's capacity for including and trusting others. You will choose love over hate, choosing to forgo revenge, daring to forgive injury, staying focused on all that is good. You will choose together over apart. You will choose forgiveness over getting even. You will choose those things that benefit and serve all people, not just yourselves or individual groups above others. You will not measure your strength on how loud you can shout or flex your muscles in ways that diminish others, but on your combination of firm resolve and grace, dreams, courage, hope, love. You will do better. You will. You must. Thank you for inviting me to speak on this day. Thank you for your kind attention. Special thanks to you 2020 graduates for all the things that you will accomplish in your lives of work and service. We are counting on you, to be sure. From Miss Susie and me to all of you, Know that we wish you only the best as you move forward with your lives of work and service and leadership. Your next adventure. Know that we love you. Go get 'em.
Thank you, Dr. John Rausch. Thank you for not just leading by example, but being a servant leader for 22 years at this college. An amazing record. I would now like to invite Associate Dean Alex McAllister to the podium for the awarding of academic honors.
Today, I have the honor of formally announcing the recipients of the Gavin Eastman Wiseman, the George Winston Welsh, and the Valedictorian Prizes. As you may know, Centre College was founded over 200 years ago in 1819, but did not become a coeducational institution until 1926, when it merged with the Kentucky College for Women, which was located a few blocks of here on Lexington Avenue. The Gavin Easton Wiseman and George Winston Welsh Prizes were created by separate donors to honor the valedictorians of these two colleges. Since the merger, Centre has continued to recognize the senior female and the senior male who have earned the highest GPA after 4 years of study. In addition, Centre also presents an award to the student with the highest GPA among all members of the graduating class, the Valedictorian Prize. All of these awards honor long-term, unflagging dedication to learning. For the class of 2020, we happen to have a tie for the highest GPA, with two of our graduating seniors earning the same GPA, and so we'll be presenting 2 valedictorian prizes today. When I call your names, please come forward to be recognized. I'm honored to announce the recipient of the Gavin Eastman Wiseman Prize and the Valedictorian Prize is Emily Kirsten Brown. Yeah. So she wasn't able to be here today, but we'll make sure she gets her prize. So, I also have the honor of presenting the George Winston Welsh Prize and the Valedictorian Prize to Matthew Joshua Mendoza Coe. He too will receive this beautiful medal.
And we will now announce the conferral of degrees. The baccalaureate degrees, which have been awarded by the vote of the Board of Trustees on the recommendation of the faculty of Centre College, will now be conferred.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please rise? Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise? Mr. President, it is my honor to present to you the members of the senior class who have completed requirements for graduation and upon recommendation of the faculty have been approved by the Board of Trustees to receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Centre College and on the recommendation of this faculty, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. You may now officially move your tassels. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Please be seated. The individual graduates will now be introduced. I will be announcing the names of all graduates of the class of 2020. 230 of you are with us in person today, and 122 are attending virtually. Jackson Oren Alford. Aliyah Anicia Demetria Alim. John Douglas Anderson, Jr., cum laude. Quinn Michael Andrews. Evan Nosama Diana Oroko. Sarah Louise Abushan. Cruz Avadano Dreyfus, cum laude. Perry Christopher Frederick Ayers. Julia Marie Balti. Jacob Bradley Bates. Benjamin Harold Bennett, magna cum laude. Sullivan Barrett Blackburn. Wilson Grant Blakeman. Amelia Jo Blankenbaker. Claire Mary Blim. Edward Wallace Boomershine. Hannah Jo Bowers. Mary Catherine Brick. Elizabeth Grace Brock. Carter Allen Broom. Carolyn Claire Brodsky, cum laude. Sophie Marie Broyles, magna cum laude. Marina Elizabeth Burke, magna cum laude. Thomas Harrison Berkey. Caleb Daniel Campbell, summa cum laude. Luke Douglas Cantrell, cum laude. Henry O'Donnell Cashin. Kimberly Fiordalisa Casso. Lainey Viviana Castaneda. Russell Branham Chandler. Jeffrey Suwei Chen. Lorna Mithra Closil, magna cum laude. Annabelle Grace Cooper, magna cum laude. Alexis Diane Corcoran, Michaela Lorette Cosgrove, Holly Ashton Couch, cum laude. Jillian Riley Krotz, Erin Denise Cunningham, Jack Andrews Daniels, Elizabeth Rose Davenport, Mary Carter Elizabeth Downing, Sebastian Christian Duncan, magna cum laude, James Cameron Durham, cum laude. Nia Simone Dye, Zachary Andrew Edgar, Savannah Thomas Elpers, James Feltz Epperson II, cum laude. Lindsay Marie Everett, magna cum laude. Ashlyn K. Fagan, Anna Elizabeth Ferris, Richard Donald File IV, Patrick Hutton Farrell, magna cum laude. Sarah Ann Baker Finn, Michael Scott Flora, Dustin Herbert Foley, Jr., Caitlin Nicole Freeman, magna cum laude. Virginia Chloe Games, cum laude. Madison Allegra Garcia. Jack Thomas Gaynor, cum laude. Robin Lee Maddox. Abigail Irene Herring. Madeline Annis Hamblin. Jessica Nicole Hammonds. Abigail Sherfy Harper, magna cum laude. Hannah Tess Hooper, cum laude. Jujuhan Ho. Jacqueline Peyton Howard, magna cum laude. Madeline Marcy Huber. Noah Richard Hull. Zamira Yasmin Hussan. Hannah Olivia Jazeski. Adam Christopher Johnson. Hannah Warfield Johnson. Jackson Scott Cadell. Cum laude. Stephanie Patricia Keller, magna cum laude. Demetria Shannon Kennedy. Dahabo Muse Cairo. Mimi Kant, magna cum laude. Aktaz Kudadad. Allison Lynn Kaler, summa cum laude. Madeline Zhu Lamb, magna cum laude. Matthew Allen Lapointe. Anna Adele Loring. Reagan Joy Lynn. Melanie C. Manning. Johanna Marcelon. Rebecca Marie Markham, magna cum laude. Peyton Tyler Mathis. Nicholas Sean Mazzarella. Garrett Scott McCorkle. Samuel Isaac McIntyre, magna cum laude. Makda Tuhiwork Muhare. Salem Malaya Menzi, cum laude. Anna Gabriela Mira, cum laude. Austin Tyler Mitchell. Matthew Leonard Moret. Keely Noel Morton, cum laude. Lucas Cannon Mozingo. Macrina George Naifa, cum laude. Molly Pierce O'Day. Farah Ruth Oliver. Zara Elizabeth Muhayadeen Ortiz. Laura Annalise Morgan Palmer, cum laude. Blaze Winfield Parker. Andy Finkel Pearson, magna cum laude. John Michael Perryman, cum laude. Vincent Michael Pisacano. Mary Margaret Poole. Alexander Thomas Rabbit. Hannah Ray Reese. Abigail Wells Rhodes. Lily Kennedy Rourke. Joshua Daniel Rosa. Digna Adelia Rosales Cruz, magna cum laude. Antonia Ross Sanchez, cum laude. Clayton Thomas Rouse. Shannon Danielle Russell. Andrew Michael Sockley. Anna Catherine Sammons, magna cum laude. Courtney Elizabeth Sells. Emily Jean Shields, cum laude. Abigail Catherine Skinner, cum laude. Diana Grace Smith. Jacob Dylan Spitzer. Alexander Cash Spragans, cum laude. Anika Corrine Struthwolf, cum laude. Priscilla Ume Sa. Katsuhiro Suzuku Shima. Brady Hugh Swift, magna cum laude. Adam Frederick Tarrant, magna cum laude. Lainey Madison Taylor, summa cum laude. Benjamin Edward Thome. Samantha Lee Thompson. Matthew Evan Toohey. Tyler Sean Tucker. Rayana Rama Utomo, magna cum laude. Lauren Natasha Vasquez. Bailey Anderson Vernon. Ashley Nicole Wallman. Caroline Marie Weichel. Sarah Amanda Wells. Harrison Philip Williams. Megan Marie Wilson, magna cum laude. Rachel Ann Wollner. Audrey Olivia Wolf. Dezunshan Ye. Lauren Michelle Zaks, cum laude. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Madeline Susan Abel. Timothy Robert Ablondi, magna cum laude. George Allen Ackman III. Abigail Iram Akron. Carson Daniel Anderson, magna cum laude. William Robert Anderson. Athanasios Spiros Apostolopoulos. Shanze Arshed, cum laude. Cole Jeffrey Ashmore. Amara Therese Ballard. Hannah Jo Bandura. Luis Angel Barreras. William Timothy Barton, Jr. Erica Nicole Bachelor, cum laude. Madison Laurel Bates. Jackson R. Boffman. Alyssa Ray Beckham, cum laude. Erica Sue Bell, cum laude. Arsenio Benitez, Jr. Elise Taylor Bernard, cum laude. Margaret Grace Bertram. Riley Shea Bledsoe. Daniel Paul Bolster. Gabriela Renee Borquez. Daniel Christopher Brown. Emily Kirsten Brown, summa cum laude. Isaiah Chapman Bryant, magna cum laude. Cameron Ashley Cahill. Ebo Sao. Olivia Renee Carter. Xiaohong Chang. Jenny Grace Clark. Rachel Autumn Cooper, cum laude. Cameron Lee Cormany. Clayton Douglas Cox. Malcolm Douglas Cox, cum laude. Tong Yao Tue. Victoria Lynn Daniel. Leilani Zoe DiRevo. Jacob Lucian Dickens, cum laude. Aeneas Marie Jacqueline DeBoeuf. Jared Patrick Debris, magna cum laude. James Robert Easton, summa cum laude. Madison Minzy Ebel, magna cum laude. Bradley Hagan Ellis, cum laude. Arthur Allen Ensign George. Michaela Noel Fee. Sorry. Sarah Alice Feely. Cayman Jonathan George Filiatro. Alexander Armand Garuba. Luke Andre Gendro. Justin Blake German, cum laude. Courtney Beth Gibson. Catherine Ann Gleason, cum laude. Samantha Jean Goldeisen. Carolyn Eleanor Golek. Ross Christopher Great. Spencer Rogers Gravenkamp. Matthew Jackson Gray, magna cum laude. Catherine Lynn Greenleaf. George Anthony Grow. Alexander Price Grove, summa cum laude. Chloe Sinclair Grove, summa cum laude. Brittany Brienne Gumpel, cum laude. Aaron Justin Guerrier. Henry Wright Gunner, cum laude. Scott Coleman Gupton. Gillian Sarah Gurney, cum laude. Audrey Grace Hacker, cum laude. Joseph Seth Hagan. Natalie Elizabeth Hagan. Sarah Elizabeth Hale. Mary Douglas Hallman. Michael Walter Hamilton. Laura Elizabeth Hancock. Alexi Catherine Harris, cum laude. Carson Alexander Hart. Ryan Lee House, cum laude. Audrey Juliet High. Mark Schaefer Heisel, magna cum laude. Meredith Lindsay Hobbs. Annie Elizabeth Holmes, cum laude. Olivia Marie Honecker, cum laude. Thomas James Hood. Austin Michael Howard, cum laude. Run Quang Huang. Zhehyang Huang, cum laude. Emma K. Huckstein, summa cum laude. Alana Shea Hughes. Mason Andrew Isgrig. Aiden Patrick Jarrett. Caitlin Samantha Jenkins, cum laude. Madison Marie Jazorski, summa cum laude. Tate Chandler Johnson. Joshua Coleman Joyner, magna cum laude. Bruin Thomas Jones. Jalen Lamar Jones. Zoe Nicole Jones, magna cum laude. Connor Thomas Youngward. Catherine Ann Kamenish. Manasa Vijay Kanan, magna cum laude. Mumford Holland Rodolphus Kendall V, summa cum laude. Eric Daniel Kessler. Kareem Derek Kimball. Here. Ainsley Elizabeth King, cum laude. David William Kirk III. Matthew Joshua Mendoza Coe, summa cum laude. Tanner Justin Cormanis. Joseph Banton Lackey, cum laude. Samantha Catherine Lamontia. Henry Langston Lee. Jin Yun Lee. Cal Joseph Llewellyn, cum laude. Yujong Lee. Robert Etham Lim III. We love you too. Tanner Monroe Lopez. Shelley Ann Lowndes, cum laude. Madison Lynn Lucan, cum laude. Taylor Nicole Lucan, cum laude. Charlotte Eleanor Mabs. Zena Glenn Maddox, cum laude. Eric M. Maloney. Sarah Manviwala. Camille Elizabeth Mangold, magna cum laude. Alyssa Eleanor Webb Marshall. Nathaniel Robert Martin. Nawat Pai Masuvisut, magna cum laude. Emma Louise May. Laura Wambui Mabogo. Cole Stewart Jackson McCarson. Liam York McConnell. Janae Rianne McDonald, cum laude. Cullen Patrick McGee. Andrew Kenley Mooks. Joshua David Melson. Marissa Lynn Metzger. Jackson Caleb Meyer. Maxwell Austin Middleton. Evan Thomas Miller. Rachel Louise Moore, magna cum laude. John Avery Morrison. Kristen Kelly Mulcahy. Dominic Sayon Nyan. Eric Robert Neiman. Joshua Scott Nowacki. William Stacy Peter Patterson II. Megan Margaret Painter. Hesed Hope Rodriguez Peocong, cum laude. Allison Elizabeth Perry. Austin Hunter Phillips. Jacob James Potter, magna cum laude. David Bailey Rakes. Emma Elizabeth Ramsey. Alondra Reyes. Allison Lorraine Riley. Anne Elizabeth Ripper, cum laude. Elizabeth Grace Robbins. Jinsho Rong. Madeline Marie Sam Russell. Wyatt Harrison Sabad. Parker Stewart Salin. Corey Elizabeth Severance. Riley Ann Harrington Sharp, cum laude. Sangeet Paresh Sheth. James Joseph Silva. Adam Nathaniel Sloan. China Imani Smith. Ryan Michael Smith. Henry William Snyder, summa cum laude. Tanner James South. Grant Stephen Spicer, summa cum laude. Chapman Larimar Cole Springer. Taylor Abigail Stewart, cum laude. Emily Lynn Stone. Christian Michael Terry, cum laude. Abigail Nicole Thatcher, magna cum laude. Douglas Reed Thomas. Stephen Mitchell Thornton. Cameron Craig Trainer. Noah Andrew Tubredy. Jessica Rose Turner, cum laude. Peyton Ann Vakela, magna cum laude. Jesse Mart Vaughn. Arthur Everett Walker IV. John Michael Walton. Jiachi Wang. James Makoto Warner. Kydris Montel Washington. Madeline Rayleigh Watson. Joseph Dunning Weed IV. Colin Kleiss Wells. Marguerite Monette Wheeler. Abigail Leslie Whitford, cum laude. Leandra Katharina Wilder. Kathleen Claire Wilson. Jenna Nicole Wolf. Sully Wu. Jai Hui Hien. Shui Meng Yen. Mary Yang, magna cum laude. Yenlin Jerry Young. Andrew William Yeager. Kendall Richardson Yount, cum laude. Hutting Zhang. Zhicheng Zhang. Mr. President Emeritus and Mr. President, I offer to you the class of 2020. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations. That was awesome. It was so great to have you walk across this stage. Center graduates, although you have accomplished a great deal in your time at Center, your abundant achievements would not be possible without the support of many others who are here with us today, particularly your families and our dedicated faculty who've given their time, energy, and resources to help make this day possible. At this time, I would like to ask all family members of the graduates to stand and be recognized by the graduates. Thank you, families. At this time, I would also like to ask the faculty of Center College, the best faculty in these United States of America, to stand and be recognized by the graduates. I am now very pleased to ask Henry Snyder to the podium to offer a response from the class of 2020. I have greatly appreciated getting to know Henry during the past year and a half. He served on the hiring committee for the new president. And I am grateful for his leadership in his senior year, last year, as the president of the Student Government Association. Welcome, Henry Snyder.
Thank you, President Moreland. Tuesdays don't usually carry a lot of weight in my mind. Tuesday is not the start of the week. It is not midweek or the end of the week. And as you all know, it is most certainly not the weekend. However, there is one Tuesday that carries significant weight in my life and in yours. Tuesday, March 17th, 2020 was a turning point for our class. I distinctly remember that day stepping out of Old Center around 5 p.m. on this very unique Tuesday and taking in the silence of campus. During what would normally be a bustling time outside as the first trees and flowers of spring began to bloom, the silence was eerie. That moment felt to me as if the momentum we built over our 4 years here of hard work was coming to a screeching halt. How would we continue to develop our collective center story? It was unclear to me at that moment. 1 year later, I learned I was wrong about our momentum, flat out wrong. The challenges we faced and the battles we fought throughout the past 14 months did not slow our momentum, but instead built on it. This year did not taint our center story, but instead enriched it. I'm an optimist, but this is not simply wishful thinking as I try to put a positive spin on the past year. So hold on to that thought for just a bit. Move this. What defines the center experience is hard to pinpoint and is different for each student. One thing is certain, the small experiences that happened that appeared to be inconsequential at the time are in fact indispensable. Getting lost in a book you did not think you would like, so put off reading until the night before it was due. Sitting on the campus center lawn with friends, and spending far more time in a professor's office than you had planned because you are deep in conversation are the small moments that I, like many of us, will recall. Beyond these small experiences, the people we encountered along our journey shaped our time at Center and our very selves. First, we owe a huge debt of gratitude to the faculty and staff. Think back to our orientation when we met our first mentors. There was nervousness, excitement, and curiosity. Little did we know just how impactful those people would become in our personal development and our college journey. Without the guidance of mentors, we would not be where we are today. There is a reason we talk so much about the faculty and staff of Center College. They are life-changing. I think often about the experiences that formed my time at Center. Mentor meetings with Dr. Kilty and Dr. Apostolova were such important moments that I thoroughly enjoyed. They guided me through many ups and downs. Not much time passes during which I do not think my time in London with Dr. Johnson and Dr. Burns-Cusado. Few experiences, I can say, in my life so significantly impacted my development. I often wish I attended more office hours with Dr. Tubb. Our conversations rarely stuck to the paper I brought in for review and were always a joy. I have a memory I could share with every professor who taught me, but we don't have all day, so I'm going to stop. To the faculty and staff of Center, thank you. Your dedication to our growth and success prepared us for the world that we encountered a little earlier last year than expected. No response from a class would be complete without highlighting the friendships we formed. Our Center friends are friends for life. They stood by us through successes and stumbles. Study groups in the library, dinners at your favorite local restaurant, and student organization meetings and events form a central part of our Center story. I hope you continue to develop these relationships as much as possible during the pandemic. Let us challenge ourselves to keep these friendships alive and well, even as our lives change and we become increasingly busy. To the families gathered and watching online, you are an integral part of our Center story. None of us would be here without your support. I am grateful to my parents who walked alongside me and supported me during this journey. From all of the members of the class of 2020 to our families, thank you. These people built a transformational experience. No member of the class of 2020 walked across this stage today the same person they were when we stepped onto campus for the first time. We owe that transformation to those gathered around us today. Ultimately, people are the reason so many of us returned to this place to celebrate our 4 years. Center is truly an extraordinary place. I did not fully recognize or value the power of the Center experience until I received an email a few weeks ago from Megan listing well over 200 names at that time and what will become over 230 names today from the class of 2020 planning to return to campus for commencement. Between 60 and 70% and higher of our class stopped what they were doing to return. And I know many more would be here today if it were possible. That is a powerful message. It is a testament to the fact that there is something undoubtedly special about this place. As a sign of how dearly the class of 2020 holds Center, I'm excited to announce today that this class is contributing $30,000 to the Stephen Rolfe Powell Legacy Project toward the construction of a sculpture garden on campus in Stephen's memory. The funds our class donated, combined with the donations of other generous alumni, family, and friends, will be combined to create a memorial garden and art installation. This installation will serve as a place for Center students to gather, reflect, and find inspiration for generations to come. A plaque at the site will commemorate Stephen's legacy and recognize the generosity of the class of 2020 and the many other donors to the fund. I would like to also take a moment to acknowledge Shelley Powell, Oliver Powell, and Brooke White, who are with us here today. If they please stand to be recognized. The faculty of this college deeply impacted the class of 2020, and this is one way for us to leave our mark on our college. I'm confident we will continue to give generously so others can have experiences that, like ours, are transformational. Part of the college's mission is to prepare students for lives of leadership. So what does the concept of leadership really mean? There seem to be so many definitions that it is nearly impossible to define. So I'm going to make it even more complicated by providing another definition that I think Center taught us. Leadership is the courage to be wrong. Certainly that is not to say leaders are not supposed to make the best calls or be factually correct. This take on leadership intends to separate those who appear successful from those who lead. Leaders are not solely present for decision making, but instead listen to and guide people to a decision, and do so even in the face of being labeled wrong. Think back to what I said earlier about our momentum and our Center story. This past year allowed us to put into action what we spent time developing throughout our 4 years at Center: our learning, our leadership, and our service. Many events of the past 14 months challenged our leadership skills. A pandemic, the fight for social justice, widening economic inequality, and many other subjects were discussed around our world. How did you respond? Our center education calls us to respond with courage. Not just the courage to take a stand and to speak up, but also the courage to be wrong, to listen, and to change our mind. Instead of backing off, the class of 2020 jumped straight into the challenges facing our world. 4 years of learning and support from our professors, mentors, friends, and family empowered our class to put into action the knowledge and skills we learned on this campus. That is the beauty of the liberal arts. It emboldens us to apply our education. I could not be prouder of the courage to lead demonstrated by this class over the past 14 months. I am confident Center's class of 2020 is uniquely equipped to lead profound change for the better. To my fellow classmates, curiosity is the language of Center students. Do not let that language die. Have the courage to be wrong and the humility to be right. Go, seek, and lead our world forward. This is the charge of every Center student. Good luck, and I hope our paths cross as we carry out this charge.
I was enjoying Henry's remarks too much. Forgot for a moment I had one more thing to do. As we finish today's ceremony, there's one more thing left to do. Let me invite you seniors to close your eyes. Remember all that you can about what has happened to you and for you during your center years. Your worst day, your best day, your first roommate, your best friends, the person you worked hardest to like, your greatest achievement, your toughest loss, your best day, your worst day. All the laughter, some of the tears, all the hopes, a few of the disappointments. Remember these days. Never forget them. Take time on this day to thank your parents and family, the professors, the coaches, the staff people who contributed mightily to your center experience. Take time to do that on this day. Let your friends know that you are in their debt for that friendship and their support. Having been away for a year, breathe deep. Cherish this place. Know that your center experience will lead and follow you always. And know that Center will be looking for you to make her proud. Proud because you are all about dreams, all about courage, all about hope, all about love. Okay, open your eyes. I'm just about finished. 3 final thoughts, got to be 3, you know. 1, come back to Center often, as doing so will remind you of these wonderful days and will keep you and help you maintain a sense of humility by reminding you who you were and where you come from. Reminding you to take your work and whatever responsibilities have come your way very seriously, but yourself, not so much. 2, continue to go and do good things. Hold on to the ideals and high goals you have learned about and made your own. Believe and work for those things that are good and in the interest of all. Never, never give up on people, though they may give you reason to do so. Don't settle for anything less than a life well lived. You must continue to be your best, to do your best, and finish each day as best you can with no regrets. Be strong, but ever mindful of those who are weak. Remind yourself daily that you are blessed. 3, your class had a remarkable and unique run at Center. Your story here was strong, but now it falls to you to continue the story, to continue your story. Stories of accomplishment, stories of doing right, stories of learning, of leadership and service, stories of passion and compassion, stories of extraordinary measure. Each of you have been ready to go and make a difference for good. And as you continue with your next adventure, remember that you are a part of a larger Center family. A family that stands prepared to help you again and again and again. We are proud of you. We have missed you. We love you. We are counting on you. Godspeed.
Thank you, Henry, and thank you, John Rausch. As we conclude today's commencement exercises, at the end of the alma mater and the benediction, please remain in your seats until the completion of the recessional of all the graduates. At the conclusion of the recessional, we are excited to invite all of you to join us at the traditional gathering for the faculty reception and commencement picnic, honoring the graduates on the central lawns of either side of Walnut. And now I invite everyone who is able to please stand for the alma mater, which will be led by class of 2020 graduate Luke Cantrell. Center Dear is printed at the end of our program today. And after the singing of the alma mater, please remain standing for the benediction that will be delivered by Cindy Arnold.
Please sing with me.
Thy gifts we offer thee, send Please join me in prayer. Gracious and loving God, thank you for this day, this gathering, and this institution. As Center has entered a new era, we pause to give thanks for the 22 years of leadership and service provided by John and Susie Rausch. May their retirement be peaceful and fulfilling. Give them the deep satisfaction of knowing that they did so much good and they did it well. We give thanks for the solid foundations they left, which we may now continue to build upon. Now we thank you for the discipline, determination, and self-sacrifice that led this class to their 2020 commencement day. May they never forget the lessons they learned from such a time of challenge, that they rose to the challenge in the midst of disruption, trauma, and loss. They helped one another through, they persevered. Give these graduates a sense of gratitude for all who brought them to this day, their family, friends, professors, coaches, mentors. Open wide the eyes of their souls that they may see the greater good in all things. Give them the strength and courage to use your resources wisely, and may their lives be fulfilled and seeped in human kindness so that they might bring kindness and goodness to others. May all persons receiving degrees from Center College today, whether they be in their 20s or in their 70s, remember the relationships they formed here on this campus and always keep them close at heart. Be with us as we go forward from this day and bless all the good and fruitful works these graduates have been prepared for. Use them to transform your world. Be a lamp for their feet, a light for their path, and bless them with your favor and peace. Amen.